Well, reports out now that apparently it's not the last time we're going to see the Hulkster. They might still trot him back out there. Maybe it's a heel now. So is this the right move from the WWE?
No. Like the fans just told you, and maybe you want to see it from somebody else because maybe you're going, oh, it's California, and the reason again, the number one thing that you saw online, well, he was being booed because of his political beliefs. Dude, Undertaker is like, I understand Taker didn't speak at the convention, but like Taker also had Donald Trump on his podcast. Like if politics had anything to do with it, wouldn't Taker also have been booed? No, he got a big pop when American Badass started playing through the speakers like it was 2002 out
And
there
the
in Los Angeles.
song also aligns with Taker.
Correct,
So,
right? Like everybody.
That.
So I don't think it really had anything to do with politics. More, and Mark Henry had a really good quote. I can't remember where it was. I was reading about it earlier today about how no, man, like it's just more of he thinks that it's catching up to Hogan. What he said, all the things he said, the fact that he hasn't really been remorseful about any of it, hasn't shown any interest in making anything up to anybody, and kind of just showing the world who Terry Bollea is. And wrestling fans are rejecting that. Like, it has nothing to do with his politics. Because again, like, there's left and right all over the world, all over professional wrestling and the political game. So I don't think that's the issue. I think fans are just sick of Hulk Hogan. So the problem is, like, what are you going to do? You're going to trot him out there as a heel? Like, you're going to trot him out there as Hollywood Hulk Hogan? Like he's running the NWO again? Like, that's like he's just going to get booed again. And there's a reason why when legends come back, they're always babyface.
Right.
Because people want to cheer those legends. And also, heels get comeuppance. Heels have to eat it. And like no legend is going to come back. Like Hogan, I don't want to see Hulk Hogan in the ring.
No.
I don't want to see him like, getting beat up at this point. I just don't want to see him on my television. This isn't the type of heat you can make money off of. This is the no, get off of my screen type of heat. And I think they're going to learn. Maybe I'm wrong, but maybe the next time they trot him out there, even if they don't play Real American and instead they're, playing the NWO theme, he's going to get booed still. And it's not going to be a good type of booing.
I completely agree. And it's surprising to hear this because of who Terry Bollea is and because they are so corporate now, like that's the only reason Vince isn't around anymore. If it wasn't for TKO, if it wasn't for Netflix, the WWE would have put their head in the sand like, oh no, Vince wants to come back. We're going to let him come back. We saw what happened on that SmackDown when all the Vince allegations came out. He got to do a goodbye. Like there was the awkward thank you Vince chance. Like that happened. And then as TKO gets involved, they're like, yeah, we can't do that anymore. We can't be associated. I'm surprised Hogan's not in that same boat right now.
So here is the quote from Mark Henry. It's a little long, so staying with me, but apparently it was via TMZ. Anytime that you consider the Mount Rushmore in top 10 wrestling all time, Hogan is always going to be in that top 10. But right now, with the social climate and the things that he's said and done, it's his lack of effort to try and fix it. People are going to come down on him. I never had an issue with him before. I heard all the stuff. And even then, I believe in giving second chances. Anybody that knows me knows that I'm a fix-it person. I'm not going to dwell on the negative. I'm not going to talk about the past. We're going forward. And he never wanted to go forward and fix it. So that's what happens when you think that everything's going to go away. It's not going to go away. He thinks it's going to go away, and it's not going to be that dark cloud over his career. I offered to say, hey, let's do a tour of black colleges and explain what happened. He didn't want to do that. Like Mark Henry is universally beloved. And when he's reaching out to help you and you say no to that, like this is only going to continue to hurt Hulk. Like there's nobody, you don't need him anymore. Like there's no reason to trot him out there. And at least if you're going to trot him out there, don't have Jimmy Hart be with him. Like poor Jimmy Hart just got to sit there just waving the American flag as everybody's booing.
Like you have everyone that can fill that role. Like Dwayne is coming here and there. You have Cena for a year. Cody is Cody. Like you have people to fill that role that you don't need him out there. Like you said, like when WWE was in the mud and not doing well, like you needed him every few months on Raw to get people to tune in because no one wanted to watch guest hosts and some of the crap they put out there. You don't need that right now. You're hot. The product is good. Like I don't understand the logic behind this.
Yeah. And again, if they just think it's a political thing, I don't see that.